Hey guys, it's me Amanda, obviously. I'm going to be doing a survey slash tag thing that I found on Tumblr. If you guys know me or if you're watching this on my Tumblr, then you know I'm obsessed with Tumblr. It's got so many fandom things on there and so many just stuff on there that I just love, and there's fan fiction writers and artists and graphic artists and all this stuff, and really, really nice people. So right now I have 133 followers, which is crazy. And some of you guys might be watching this because I'm putting this on Tumblr. So hello followers, how are you? You get to hear me talk, you get to hear my voice. So now you can know what I sound like. My voice would sound like writing all these text posts and stuff. So hello, and at the same time, I'm so sorry. This tag thing I found on one of my friends' Tumblr blogs. Her Tumblr URL is thedauntlersherondales.tumblr.com. I'll link it down below. I wish I knew her real name, but I don't. Either that or I forgot it. I'm pretty sure I don't know her real name though, and I'm very sorry for that, dear. Please tell me your actual name because I want to call you by name. Because, yeah. So this is just sort of a questionnaire thing about the mortal instruments, and the reason why I waited so long to do this is because the tag itself isn't spoilery for City of Heavenly Fire, which is the last book in the Mortal Instrument series, and it just came out on the 27th of May. The questions are not spoilery, but my answers are going to be, so if you have not read City of Heavenly Fire and plan to, or if you are currently reading it and you don't want anything spoiled, then please watch this with your own discretion. Before every answer that I give, I'm not going to say spoiler alert, so this whole video has a big spoiler alert attached to it, so just watch at your own risk. Just so I'm not going to be held responsible for anything that I say that's spoiling, because I'm warning you right now, and it's in the description and the title. There will be spoilers for City of Heavenly Fire in this video, so if you are currently reading it and you haven't gotten through it, or if you want to read it but haven't yet, I would be very careful because I don't want to spoil anything. But I'm not going to put I'm not going to say spoiler alert at the beginning of everything that I answer, just because it would take too long and get confusing for me and I'd forget, and I'm going to be doing another version of this tag with my sister this weekend. My sister and I are very, very close. We are pretty much parabatai, or we're Ty and Livia Blackthorn. I don't know which one we are more of, but she and I are going to be doing it together. So depending on how well this video goes over, I might post the version with her and keep this one up, or take this one down and replace it. But I wanted to film this just by myself, just for fun and because I'm bored. So I'm also procrastinating writing a speech, so yay. But anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and get into the questions, so I'll be down below for your reading pleasure. So yeah, hope you enjoy. Number 1, when did you start reading the series? I started reading this series last year. I didn't start reading it because of the movie coming out. I started reading it before I knew about the movie, but I was first exposed to the series. If you watched my my Hooked on Books video where I talked about how I got started in the Mortal Instruments fandom, I already told this story, but I think I was about 12 or 13 and I had just gotten into the world of Facebook, and there was a Percy Jackson fan page that I loved, and what happened? Someone was talking about the Mortal Instruments, one of the older girls that was an admin along with me, and she was talking about it, and the first thing that I ever thought about the books was Jace is a really weird name. Who names their kid Jace? Now I know it's a nickname, it makes a lot more sense, but so I looked into the series, but at the time it just sort of didn't really grab me. I wasn't really interested in it enough, so I sort of just forgot about it until I saw something about it summer of 2013, I think. I saw something about it and I was like, what the heck, I'll pick you, because I had really gotten into paranormal, and supernatural fantasy fiction books before then, so I was like, hey, why the heck not, I'll just pick it up, and I read it and I instantly got hooked, and then I got my sister hooked, and then it just sort of spiraled off into crazy land, so that's basically what happened. Number 2, favorite book in the series. Oh crap, I don't know. The thing with me is, because I read all the books for the first time in such rapid succession, I don't have really any recollection of where one book ends and where the other one begins. I think my favorite is probably City of Heavenly Fire, maybe? I don't really know. I think it's probably either City of Heavenly Fire or City of Bones. City of Bones because it was the beginning, and I really enjoyed the banter and the dynamic between all the characters in the beginning. But I think my favorite book overall is probably City of Heavenly Fire. It had a lot of flaws, a lot of things happened that I didn't like in it, but I really enjoyed the development of the sibling relationship between Alec, Isabel, and Jace. That I really appreciated that, because as a sibling myself, I find that very important. I really enjoyed meeting the Blackthorn family officially. I have a very, very soft spot in my heart for the Blackthorn children. As soon as I read about them, I loved them, and I was like, Cassandra, if you hurt my babies, I will kill you, because I just got really emotionally attached to all of them for different reasons. And then just Alec and Jace's parabatai relationship, I was like, way to develop on that. Plus, in City of Heavenly Fire, Alec is so sassy. Like, I don't know what Cassandra Clare was doing, but I loved it. Like, Alec was, like, where was that side of him during all the other books? Like, I would have killed for that. Like, that was just the best. I just love Alec in that book, okay? Like, he's... I don't know, but my sister kept, like, reading it. She turned to be like, Alec is you. And I was like, wait, what page are you on? This one shows me the quote. And I'm like, oh, that is me. Number 3, did you read the Infernal Devices? Yeah, I did. I read it twice. I'm working on reading through the 3rd time because I cannot get over the Shadowhunter Chronicles books yet. I can't start another book yet because, like, I'm still living in that world. So, yeah, no, I have read the Infernal Devices, and I just, those books, they're beautiful books. That's all I have to say. Number 4, would you rather be a Shadowhunter or a Downworlder? I think I'd rather be a Shadowhunter, not so much because, you know, the general awesomeness of them, well, that too, but mostly because the Downworlders seem to have a lot of politics going on, and, like, I'm really not sure that I would get along well in that kind of society, and just because, like, it's so highly prejudiced. I mean, so are the Shadowhunters, but the Shadowhunters are more highly prejudiced, like, and they're open about it, but the Downworlders are, like, snide prejudice, and I don't like that very much. Plus, like, most of them will live forever, and that's just weird, so I just would rather be a Shadowhunter. I'd rather be the hunters than the huntees. Plus, Downworlders just seem like they're psycho. Like, they're all psycho and bitter, except for Luke and Maia. Like, the Garraway pack is not, and Simon, they're not psycho and bitter. But the rest of them kind of are. And Magnus. Well, Magnus is just psycho. He's bitter sometimes, but he's mostly just psycho. Number 5, Isabel and Simon or Jace and Clary? Oh boy, I don't know. Like, if I had to break one of the couples up, I think I would only break Isabel and Simon up because Jace and Clary's romance is central to the plot of Mortal Instruments, but if it was like they were in real life, I'd keep them both together because Isabel and Simon is good for Isabel. Like, Simon makes her happy, and Jace and Clary are just, like, the couple. So, I don't know. I think maybe I root for Isabel and Simon just a little bit more because, only because, before I get hate for this, only because I have known girls, and I know girls that are like Isabel, and they need someone like Simon, but few of them ever get somebody like Simon. So for Isabel to have someone like Simon is like, yes! Number 6, favorite character. This is really hard because my favorite characters are in the Infernal Devices. Mortal Instruments, though. Out of the originals that were not mentioned in City of Heavenly Fire, probably Alec or Simon. Alec because I pick my favorite characters based on who I can relate to the most. Alec I can relate to because I have that I am an older sibling. Alec and Isabel are 2 years apart, roughly, and I'm 2 years apart from my sister. I'm older than her by 2 years. So, I have the overprotective sibling complex, and I am the Alec to my sister's Jace, and the Alec to my sister's Isabel, so it's like, I sort of know how he is, and I think the same way as him. And for Simon, I'm just a dork like he is, and so I kind of relate to him on that level, and I am fairly loyal like he is, so I don't know. Favorite character out of all the new characters in City of Heavenly Fire would probably be, I don't know, I think it's probably either Emma Carstairs or Julian Blackthorn. Julian because he's just, like, he's not corrupted by the shadow world. Like, and I love that because the kid's 12. I mean, like, when Jace was 12, he was a psychopath. But Julian's 12 years old, and he's, like, the most chill, calm, collective, creative, imaginative, normal kid you will ever meet. I mean, yeah, he's got his flaws, like his best friend, but I'm just kidding, but he's normal, like, and he just endeared himself to me the second that I started reading about him, and I don't know why. I think it was just because he's normal, and like the whole family is just like, they aren't normal by normal standards, but they have this tight-knit family unit, and you can't break it up. And especially in the world of the Shadowhunters, where, you know, the parents die before the kids do, and like before the kids grow up, I mean, and like there's all this divorce and separation and tension. The Blackthorns aren't perfect, but they're together, and I think that's really valuable. And then I love Emma just because she's so spunky. And like there was this one scene in City of Heavenly Fire, I cannot, like, I'm thinking about it right now and I can't stop laughing because she, in case you guys haven't read this or you forgot, I love Emma because she pulls the kind of crap that nobody in their right mind would be able to get away with, but she gets away with it. And she's got all the confidence in the world that, you know, she knows very few things for certain in the world, but she knows that Julian will never sell her out. She can get away with a lot more crap than the adults think she can get away with, and Helen will never find out about any of this. So there was this one scene where she saw the file about her parents' death on Gia Penhallow's desk, and Gia Penhallow was out of the room for a second, and Emma wanted the file. She wanted to know what happened to her parents. So she jumped across the desk, grabbed the file, slid back over, and stuffed it down the back of Julian's pants before Gia walked back into the room. And I literally had to stop and start laughing at that, because the mental picture in my head of this little 12-year-old blonde girl sliding across the desk and then shoving the file down her best friend's pants, and then Julian's subsequent expression just made me want to die of laughter. Their friendship. I could spend like hours just talking about their friendship. Like, what the heck? I mean, even if it doesn't turn into romance, which I really hope it does, as evidenced by the amount of Julian and Emma romance fics I've been writing on Tumblr, they better get together or I'm gonna cry. But even as just friends, like, they're so compatible, like, they need each other, and I think a friendship like that is a beautiful thing. Like, number 7, least favorite character. Oh boy, I was gonna say Valentine or Sebastian, but honestly, I like those two better than Camille. I think Camille's my least favorite character, because she's a jerk and she broke Magnus's heart. And I just don't like stuck-up snobs like Camille. I'm sorry, I just really don't. It's like, just go away. I don't like you. I don't care if you're like in the real life or in the book. I don't like you. Go away. Don't screw with me. Thank you. Kiss, marry, kill, Jace, Simon, or Magnus. Don't make me choose. Okay, Kiss Magnus because he's homosexual this century, and so he wouldn't be attracted to me, so it wouldn't be weird. Well, it'd be weird for me, but not weird for him. Kill Jace, probably, and marry Simon. I don't know. Kiss, marry, kill Jem, Will, or Gabriel. Kill Gabriel, because he's an idiot. I don't like him. Kiss Will, I guess. And I know I'd marry Jem, but I don't want to kiss Will, so I think I kill Gabriel, throw Will off a cliff, and marry Jem. I don't know. Number 11. Where would you live? Silent City, an institute, or Idris? I think I'd want to live in an institute. I wouldn't want to live in Idris because it's a very lonely and solitary existence, and I'd have to go to the academy with a bunch of other people, and I don't like that idea because I don't like people. And plus there's no internet or cell phone connection, and and I'd be one of those Shadowhunters that like learns the internet and stuff. And I wouldn't want to go to the Silent City because I would be afraid I'd crash into a crypt and break the bones of the dead. I'm not really afraid of the dark or anything, I just don't want to break the bones of the dead. Typical, go figure. Favorite quote. I don't know. Honestly, the first quote that comes to mind is, temper us in fire and we grow stronger. When we suffer, we survive. And I actually was, sorry, I'm gonna get emotional now. So when I read that quote, I forgot about it right after I read about it, but then last night was pretty hard for multiple reasons, and I found myself staring at myself in the mirror, and I said that quote to myself, because, like, I've never, like, the quote was said by Emma right after she lost her parents in City of Heavenly Fire, and I've never lost, like, a parent to death, but I have emotionally lost a parent, and it sucks. And it was a combination of that and just getting let down again about something else. And that quote is just a reminder that if I'm feeling pain, it means that I'm still alive and there's still hope. Because the second that I'm numb is the second that I'm not able to be fixed. Because I don't want to be fixed, if that makes sense. So I think that quote probably is my favorite one. Sorry, I got like really stupidly emotional there and I'm crying. Hang on. My favorite non-serious quote is probably the Alec one about the pie in City of Heavenly Fire, which I'm not gonna say because it's got a swear word in it and I don't swear. But that whole thing was perfect because it's just Alec being Alec, and I love Alec so much. He's just a very interesting person. So yeah. Number 13, favorite rune. I would wear the Fearless rune a lot because I'm not a very fearless person at all, but my favorite rune probably is the parabatai rune just because of what it stands for. You know, that sort of commitment and that love and that friendship. But favorite like rune you would put on for battle, Fearless rune, because I need that. Or the agility rune so I wouldn't like fall and kill myself. Sorry, I'm playing with my hair a lot and I don't know why. But number 14, who would be your parabatai? I think they're talking about the book universe. So in the books, in my real life it'd be my sister, but in the books, who would be my parabatai? Probably Simon. Simon would probably be my parabatai. No, because then he'd have to, because Clary, but I don't know. If Clary didn't exist, it'd be Simon. Or, I don't know, I'd probably actually just keep to myself. I'd have to trust someone a massive amount to be willing to let them be my parabatai, and I don't trust people easily. Well, I do, just not people in real life. Like, I trust internet people really easily because, like, they can't hurt me. They're, you know, through a screen, but like real people, real life, I don't trust easily. So I'd probably be by myself, but in my life, it'd be my sister. She's my parabatai. Would you prefer to ascend or to be born a Shadowhunter? I'd prefer to be born a Shadowhunter just because I don't fancy the idea of drinking blood out of the mortal cup. That's just disgusting. Plus, I would be raised around this stuff, so like I would learn most of it as like second nature, like right along with, you know, growing and maturing in vocabulary and in your mind. Like while you're learning how to walk and talk, you're learning, you know, the basics of being a Shadowhunter. Just like while you're learning to walk and talk, you learn the alphabet and the numbers and stuff. So I think I'd just rather be growing up with that knowledge rather than have to learn it when I'm, you know, 14 or 16 or whenever. It'd be a lot easier. Plus, just I don't want to drink blood. That's just gross, man. What would your Shadowhunter name be? I don't know. I'm supposed to make up a name or not, but I'm not gonna make up a name. So I think I would be a Fairchild or a Carstairs. I would be a Fairchild because I'm short. I'm not that short. I don't know what the definition. Short is relative. I'm 5'4", which is short compared to my sister, but tall compared to my mom. So it's and short compared to my dad. So it's really your call. But I would either be a Fairchild because the Fairchilds are short and they're very like they have leadership qualities and they're very loyal. Or I'd be a Carstairs because the Carstairs are very proud and very stubborn and very performance oriented, and I'm very proud. I'm very stubborn, so I'd rather be one of those guys. What would your weapon of choice be? Probably a bow and arrow. I am a fairly good shot with one of those. My dad and I used to go out to the archery range and I actually hit the bullseye like 3 times in a row and I didn't even notice until I like went up to get the arrows. I was like, oh, I made a bullseye, cool. But probably bow and arrow just because I don't really fancy the idea of getting caught in combat, like going in with a short range like a knife. Maybe a long sword if I could lift one, but probably bow and arrow. I'd rather stand back and let arrows fly and sneak up from surprise. Number 18, how would you do in battle? That sort of goes along with it. It depends. If it was a full scale, like a war, like Lord of the Rings epic battle scene type battle, I would suck miserably because I can't even keep teams straight when we would play capture the flag or dodgeball. I guess not, like football or whatever. I could never keep teams straight unless there was like some defining marker on them. So If it was a battle like that, I would suck because I'd be so afraid I'd like accidentally kill one of my own people. But if it was like a one-on-one demon fight, you know, like, oh, hey, we're at the Institute, there's a demon terrorizing people in Soho, let's go get it. That I would be pretty good at, you know, because it's one-on-one, or like it's just a small scale type thing. So I think I'd be pretty good at that, but not like a battle. Like I would suck. I accidentally hit somebody that was like on my side. It would be really, really bad. 19, London, Los Angeles, or the New York Institute? I don't know. Probably I'd actually go to Los Angeles because, like, weather-wise and, like, city-wise, I think I'd like it a lot better there. And people-wise, it's the Blackthorns, and, like, I'm used to a crazy family unit. I have a small family, but my family dynamics and unit are pretty crazy. So I would be used to the weirdness. It wouldn't, like, scare me at all. And I'd be able to handle all of the kids and... yeah, so I think I'd probably go to Los Angeles. I don't think I'd go to London just because I don't think I could stand to live with Will. I think I'd kill the guy. I honestly think I would kill him. Or at least punch him many, many times. For 20, would you rather be in the Mortal Instruments or in the Infernal Devices? Probably the Infernal Devices. Maybe. I don't know. Can I choose number C, the Dark Artifices? Because that's what I'd choose. But no, I think I'd like to be in both of them equally just for different reasons. Although the Infernal Devices does win just a tiny bit over just because... the characters seem nicer, and plus in the Mortal Instruments, like, I would be basically alone all the time because I wouldn't be old enough, because in 2007 I was 9, so I was Drusilla Blackthorn's age, so yeah, no, but I think I'd rather be in the Infernal Devices just a teensy bit more. I don't really know why, that's where I would rather be. Well, that was all for this video. I'm sorry that it was so long. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Nonetheless, if there's any other videos you want me to do, or if you're watching this on my Tumblr and you want me to do videos, then links are below, or you can send me an ask, or do whatever the heck it is you want. Send me a comment, and I will do your videos. I'm gonna go work on the aforementioned essay and speech, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye! Why did that happen? Though I'd like to say I called it. I called that Simon would do that. I called that Simon would sacrifice himself somehow, though I thought he was gonna die, or like sacrifice himself like that, or like stay in the demon dimension, but I called it. I think I did a Tumblr post on it. I wish I would have done a speculations video for City of Heavenly Fire, because then you guys would have proof that I asked my sister. I was like, Simon is going to give himself up, and she's like, no, I don't think so, but I called it. I freaking called it, and it happened, and I'm so mad that it happened. Oh, dang it, Simon, why?